He started sharing the same with his patients who approached him for medical treatment. As a part of this, he established spiritual healthcare centers and maintained them for 10 years in different parts of India. Also, offered esteemed spiritual services as an ancillary to qualified treatment with the help of senior masters who are trained by him. Eventually, Dr. G.K. strongly advocated the realization of holistic health through meditation in addition to medication. So, welcome, Dr. GK. We would like to invite you and hear from you, sir.
Thank you, Sneha, for inviting me onto this platform and then a nice introduction. And thank you all for the Louis Hay Spiritual Tablets batch, especially to initiate the basic steps, meditation and importance of plant-based diet, and then the value of spiritual wisdom to become completely healthy, happy and prosperous in life. And this basic 40 days course with a brief bullets of spiritual wisdom as spiritual capsules is really very wonderful. And I thank all the team members, especially Chandra Modali sir and all the other Louis Hay masters to prepare this module. In fact, this is a new module from Spiritual Tablet Foundation. So far, the regular 40 days meditation means hardly we teach the basic 12 tablets and we make them to meditate a lot. But in this course, they gave a brief outline from body to soul, whatever is required for the beginners. So that is beautifully blended, and then they made a good program for the upcoming 40 days. And I'm very happy for all the new souls that are joined, because slowly you will realize that this is your real birthday. It looks like second birthday, but it is the real birthday. The first birthday is only for the physical body and mind, but here really you can born in your own way to understand that you are really living here and you become conscious about your life. So the conscious evolution will start once you complete these 40 days without any fail and going through all the sessions, the masters who are all conducting here. And then my sincere thanks and pranams to all the masters who learned the spiritual tablets wisdom, and now they came up with this new program. And in fact, in these 40 days, usually I'll join maybe after 35 days in general. But after going through this schedule and the new beginning and the enthusiasm among the masters, and that we have started on a very auspicious day, highly energetic, the full moon day, we have started this. Anyway, I don't sleep during the full moon. So then when Ashok said, okay, let me join to give my own few words and my wishes for this great beginning. And persistently, if you regularly do meditation and if you attend these sessions, this gives a good support, because a lot of things happen here. The group meditation will happen, and so many masters share their wisdom, and then most of your doubts will be clarified, and you will come to know about very good books, the beautiful book sharing sessions book reviews are also conducted by Chandra Madali sir, so that helps a lot in a great way. And the other areas of PSSM, like the other subjects, are designed to cover in these 40 days. So it gives a good narration about all the primary things that are required as a beginners. And so once again, thank you all for the organizing team, as well as the new souls who are all joined to become great masters and to get healthy and happy life. And especially being a medical doctor, I need to look into this world during this pandemic time. Everyone needs this meditation and the righteous way of life. One can do and one can follow this spiritual path, and then they can improve their immunity in a great way. And after reaching a point, you don't even have time to invite the COVID onto your body and daily life. So that much eminent and busy you become with great things to do. And thank you all. Thank you, Sneha. And thank you, Ashok sir, and all the team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your presence and your pearls of wisdom. So, masters, let me take this opportunity and tell about how we have designed this program. Weekly, as this would be a 6 weeks program. Weekly, there will be 4 days of wisdom sharing. One day, we will be having a guest speaker, a master with whom you will be able to interact and take advice on whatever it is that you are having, whatever it is that you have learned in the 4 days of wisdom sharing. And the remaining 2 days will be Yoga Sutras. We shall always also be having book clubs along with this program. The details, the timings, and the days of the book club will be shared over the WhatsApp group. So it would be I would request you all to be registered so that you get all the communications digitally over the WhatsApp, over any form of communication. Moving ahead, this is now the time to meet the brains behind this whole program, get to meet the masters, get to meet the mentors who will be guiding you and holding you by hands in this 40 days journey spread over 6 weeks. So let me just take a moment.
Good morning, Masters. This is a great opportunity for me to be part of this mission where all our team has put their efforts to put all the lessons where it is shown that spiritual wisdom is integrated towards a holistic health. And it has been put in a simple form to reach to everyone. And I request everybody to attend the classes every day and take advantage of this class. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anita ma'am. Our heart.
Hello.
Yes, Ravli ma'am. Sorry, please.
Hello. Yeah. Hello and namaste, everyone. My name is Ravali. I wish a wonderful morning and a lovely evening, everyone. So we, the team, are excited to have you all beautiful, wonderful souls here to participate in our 6 weeks wellness meditation program organized by Spiritual Tablets Research Foundation with the blessings of Brahmashi Patriji under the guidance of Dr. GK, wonderful soul. And thank you, everyone, and enjoy the beautiful journey with wisdom sharing that we get to know from this beautiful master we wanted to share with you all, you wonderful souls. So thank you, and thank you so much for giving us this beautiful opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ravli ma'am. I take this moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to Chandra Mudali sir, Vardhani ma'am, and Srini sir for their contribution in constructing this whole program with their valuable inputs. In front of you are the masters, are the mentors whom you will be seeing regularly, Dr. Anita, Dr. Ravali, Lakshmi Lakade ma'am, Nena ma'am, Parmeshwaran sir, Jyoti ma'am, Anu ma'am, and Ashok sir. These are the mentors who have constructed, who have given their valuable inputs and designed this whole program, wherein you will get a chance to know yourself, to work on your belief systems, to actually understand how you can work on your illnesses, on your life challenges, and then heal on every front with the help of meditation. I now take this opportunity to bring forth the synopsis of the journey that you are going to have. Starting with week 1 will be our induction program. And in week 2, as I said, you'll get to know about who you are. Week 3, you will be working on your life challenges and your vision at the quantum level on the week 4. And as we proceed during the week 5, you get an understanding of what actually is ill health and how to overcome it. And last but not the least, on the health management aspect, you'll be working on week 6. So this is going to be our journey spread across the 6 weeks. And now, Masters, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Ashok Mineni, sir. Ashok Mineni, an engineer by profession who is residing in Atlanta for the past 24 years and is now an integral part of Spiritual Tablets Research Foundation. Ashok, sir, we want to hear from you and we welcome you.
Yeah, thank you, Sneha, for the warm welcome. Thank you. And pranam to everyone, pranam to all of you, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So I would like to pay my gratitude to Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji and then Dr. G.K. sir for giving a beautiful opportunity for every one of us who ever been coming through the spiritual tablets, for sharing the wisdom and also bringing the vegetarianism and then the meditation to your footsteps. So in this pandemic time, everybody has gone through so much. Okay, so in this fast-paced environment, so we are going through so much stress, knowingly, unknowingly. So this is the platform where you are going to come across how to identify your stress and how to pinpoint and how to make sure that you are going to take away that particular stress from your life. And you are going to, we promise as a team from the Spiritual Tablets Research Foundation, so we are going to give you an 100% guarantee that we are going to give our best and you can take the best from our program. So with that said, and I would like to pay my gratitude to every one of the team members who has been tirelessly worked from the last 2 months to prepare this program. And starting from Chandramurali sir to everyone who is you are seeing. And then I would like to bring one other name, which is Anupama madam, who has been done a great work for bringing the flyers and everything to the team to actually did. And then especially Vardhani ma'am, who is actually been in backbone to us and in coordinating a lot of meetings and coordinating the people and all of that stuff. So with that said, I would like to now going back to Sneha ma'am, so you can actually take over and you can actually start the program. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope that you are all going to enjoy and take the wisdom.
Thank you, sir. So Masters, beginning with our day 1, I would now like to invite Jyoti ma'am, our day 1 mentor. Jyoti ma'am is based out of Mumbai, India, and has been associated with spirituality for the last 2 years. With a background in IT sector, she has completed Spiritual Tablets Module 3 in the last year and has now started a corporate initiative of Journey to Self, especially for executives with logical mind to understand life wisdom. Jyoti ma'am, we welcome you.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, everyone. Good morning to people in India. Good evening to people in the US, and greetings to the rest of the world. So I will be taking the wisdom sessions in this current week. The crux of Spiritual Tablets is meditation. And before we get into anything, we need to understand thoroughly why of everything. You know, once we connect with the why, it's very easy to continue with the practice. So with this, I will start the session today, which is about science of meditation. Let me just share my screen. I hope you're able to hear me.
Yes, ma'am. We are able to hear you, ma'am.
Okay. So day one, science of meditation. So before we understand what is meditation, let's see what is a common understanding of what is the definition of meditation. So meditation is a process and a practice to connect with oneself and be with oneself, very simply. Meditation is also a total cessation of restless thought streams towards no mind state. Meditation is a gateway to obtain the cosmic energy and the cosmic intelligence. Meditation is a portal to universal wisdom. Meditation is moving away from doing to just being. Meditation bridges the gap between thoughts, and this is a space where there is pure consciousness, pure silence, pure peace. So this is the space that we are trying to reach with the practice of meditation. What is meditation? What meditation is not? Is meditation is not chanting, meditation is not prayers, it's not any kind of visualization, it's not concentration, relaxation. Any of those you do, it's not any kind of mind control, it's not an intellectual contemplation or visualization or any intellectual activity, nor is it a chore. It is the awareness that we bring to what we do in this process. So this is what meditation is. I hope we are all on the same page as to what to expect from this session and through the practice. So why meditation? So meditation works on various levels. It is helpful for our physical health, it's helpful for our emotional health, for our mental health, for our relationship, our social health, our universal or our surroundings or society. Is also helpful to connect to ourselves, our spiritual health. So all these areas is where meditation touches us. So starting with body. So what does it do to the body? With the body, when we meditate, we get energy, the forceful energy, the life energy, which is helpful to bring mindfulness. The mind, it calms the mind, stops the mind chatter, it increases the, you can say, the gap between the thoughts, so it calms your mind. With this, you get memory power to absorb more knowledge. For the intellectual side, for our intellectual or mental health, it helps to develop discernment. It gives you the space so that you can imbibe the wisdom that you get over the time post meditation. Emotions, you're able to objectively observe your emotions without draining yourself and flowing with those emotions. In relationships, it brings harmony, it gives fulfillment, it brings meaning. Surroundings, it creates a positive vibrations, it creates a healthy atmosphere. And to the self, which is most important, it helps us to realize our real nature, to understand what is our purpose of life. So all these areas is where meditation comes into picture. So let me tell you the steps that we do in meditation, while we will be following a very simple technique of Anapanasati meditation. But let's see what are the various steps involved so that we are all on the same page. So very first thing is the posture. So what should be your posture? One should sit as comfortable as possible. There's a word in Sanskrit called Sukhasan. So whatever gives you the maximum relaxation, you should use that posture. Preferably sit on a floor with cross-legged. It can be half lotus, full lotus, normal cross-legged position, whatever you're comfortable with. In case you're not able to sit comfortably on a floor, you can sit on a chair. And even if you're not able to sit on a chair due to some medical issue, you're not able to sit also, Then the last is you can also lie down and meditate. The idea is you just completely relax into the posture, whatever you are doing, whatever you've taken. If you're wearing anything external, just take it out like a specs or something, just keep it aside. So you just are with yourself. So this is how your physical posture is. What is your composure? We keep our eyes closed. We keep our leg crossed, hands are crossed, fingers are interlocked. So why do we have to do this? There's a lot of energy that we dissipate or we goes out of a body when we are acting or we are looking outside of us. So for example, with our eyes, we spend about 80% of our life energy. With our hands open and our legs open, another 10%. So this is how, with this posture, we close our body circuit so that energy that we gain in meditation is not dissipated out. We breathe naturally. We observe our natural breath. The reason breath is a function of the body function that is going to be with us always. It's very easy, you're not dependent on any other external mala, japa or anything. So it's with you. It's an autonomous function of the body. You just have to observe the breath naturally. And when I say observe the breath, actually what we are doing is we are observing the physicality of the breath. Physicality is basically how is the breath entering? How are you breathing? Is it entering through the nostril? What is the temperature of the breath? Where is it touching in your nose? Where is it going into your lungs? So initially, when you start with the practice of meditation, it is not very, you will not be able to feel the breath coming very consciously. So with practice, with time, you will be able to observe each and every breath that comes in. So this will happen with little practice. What we are not doing is we are not trying to do any kind of regulation with the breath, like heavy breathing or a low breathing or a slow breathing, nothing. Whatever is a natural rhythm is what we are going to observe. No focus, no concentration. Just observe. Yes. So what may happen is once we start observing our breath, there is going to be distraction. So distraction can be your subconscious mind. You will have some thoughts coming in. You will start feeling some emotions. There are going to be some sensations in your body, like a pain or this or that. Like multiple things will happen. Or there will be external noise, external color, light, anything. So at this time, what we are supposed to do is whatever distraction comes, we are not going to give any energy to those distractions. We are going to come back and be with our breath. Okay, and let's talk about the closure. So once we are done with the meditation, what do? There's a closure step. We slowly unclasp our hands. There is some energy which is generated in the fingertips. We place our fingers on our eyes so that that energy that we have gained, which is in our fingertips, getting through our eyes into our body. And then we open our eyes gently. We can drink, we can smile, we can have some water. Having water also helps in circulation of the energy throughout. It helps you to feel grounded in these steps. So I hope I am clear with what is the process. Now let's do a very small 1-minute exercise in which we're just simply going to close our eyes and observe what is happening. Try to observe our breath. So let's see, it's a very simple exercise. Okay, so I would request each of you to just close your eyes for a minute and just observe what is happening. Yeah, friends, we can open our eyes. So whatever experience we had, just understand what had happened. So in that brief moment in time, most of us would have observed a lot of thoughts coming, discomfort, physical discomfort. You will remember multiple things that you need to do. So all that what is happening right now, what we did is we did a conscious thought to it. And through the day, all that is happening unconsciously. We are constantly still thinking of multiple things at the same point in time. Okay, so what is actually happens? Let's understand the science behind that particular practice. One more important thing is from a meditation practice, have no expectations. Don't don't tie it to a result or an outcome that you want. This is a process that you just have to sit with it. Meditation will happen. So let's understand the science. So before we understand the science, let me give you a little idea on how does a brain function. So once we know the why of it, it's very easy to connect, and then it is the one which will keep our practice steady. So our brain is divided. There's a frontal lobe, there's a parietal lobe, occipital lobe. So these are various parts, and each of those parts are responsible for different functions. Say, for example, if our parietal lobe is responsible for sensations, for reading, for orientation, body orientation. Occipital is responsible for the visual processing. Our cerebellum is responsible for kinesthetics or coordination control. Temporal is about auditory function. Then our frontal is responsible for emotions, for reasoning, for thinking. And there's also a prefrontal lobe, which is responsible for the awareness part of it. So usually when we are not meditating, what are we doing? We are constantly thinking. Mind is like a constant thought producing mechanism. In a given day, we have about 70, 80,000 thoughts that come to us. And of those thoughts, almost 90% are negative thoughts, 80% are repetitive thoughts. So you can imagine thought and is how much of energy we are spending in those in just mindlessly thinking. So that is one part of which is dealing with thoughts. Then we are constantly doing something. We are not in control of our actions. We are just moving here. We are going with whatever is seeking our attention. Our energy is going there. If there's a noise, somebody calls you, you have to do something. So you're constantly doing things. So what happens in this process? All our brain function is active. So there is lot of there is something happening in your some lobe, something happening. So this gives an indication to your body that the body is in a stress mode. So in this mode, our flight, fight, freeze mechanism sets in because we are everywhere. The mind waves are completely distorted. It's in all directions. And when that specific mode is activated, we emit a lot of beta waves, which is responsible for the stress in our life. So with those waves, we start producing hormones which are stress related, like cortisol or adrenaline. So these are not good on a day-to-day basis. So it's giving the indication that something is happening and we have to constantly fight for against it. So if this diagram, there is an incoherent state. Mind waves are in all different directions. It's not coherent. And if you see this particular figure, this is a state which we are trying to achieve through meditation, which is a coherent state in which all our waves, brain waves are aligned. It's in coherence. The normal state, which is beta state of day-to-day working, comes into becomes a low beta changes to alpha, then it changes to more calmer, slower waves like theta, and finally moving into delta. So this is a state in when there is a coherence, we absorb a lot of cosmic energy in abundance. This cosmic energy in this state of coherence, when we absorb in, say, for example, 1 hour of meditation is equivalent to 6 hours of good deep sleep. That is the level of cosmic energy we obtain in this state. And this energy which is responsible for your day function, is responsible for the immunity in the body. And what also happens is we start tuning into higher frequencies. Our brain, when our body gets into the coherence, it starts vibrating at a frequency which is of the earth frequency, say for example as low as 8 cycles per second. And this is the stage in which we start tuning into other frequencies which are there in the universe, and which becomes a gateway for getting or connecting to non-local mind. Some people call it universal consciousness, some call it non-local consciousness or cosmic consciousness. So this is how we get to understand the secrets of the universe. So while, I mean, this is the end state when we want to reach, but there is a practice which builds up to this. So to crux, we create awareness on the breath. So what happens when we create the awareness on the breath? All our body part is closed. I mean, we shut down our voluntary actions. When we draw the senses within, we close the different brain functions. They cease to work. Our awareness is only on the breath. So we are not doing anything voluntary. Breathing is an involuntary function, which happens automatically through the brain stem, if you see. So only one part of the brain, which is any which way is going to be active in this state. And when only our awareness is on that breath, the other part of the brain automatically try to shut down. All the energy that we gain is on the awareness of the breath. And that's how we reach the coherent state. So this is the science behind meditation. So once we understand, we are trying to reach these states through meditation. So to sum up, externally what we are doing, we are stopping our voluntary movement because we are not moving, we are sitting in one place, our legs are crossed, our fingers are crossed, our eyes are closed. Our senses are withdrawn. That means when we close our eyes, and once we start getting into the deeper state, we will stop hearing the sounds. We will not pay attention to the sounds happening. We will not pay attention to the body sensation. So that's how the senses are going to be withdrawn. Our body circuits is closed. With the posture that we said of interlocking and crossing, there is no dissipation of energy. There are no loose circuits in the body. And all this stops the leakage of life energy. Internally, what is happening? Again, to reiterate, voluntary brain functions are stopped. We are objectively observing our breath without paying any attention, any energy to them. Subsequently, our thoughts will be reduced. We will not be in the fight-flight mode. Interval between our breath will increase. Brain waves will start changing from a high frequency beta to alpha to theta to delta. We will go from conscious mind to subconscious mind to no mind. The life energy, which is also called prana energy, enters into the body in abundance. We enter into the altered state of consciousness, and then we can also tune into the higher frequencies. This is the science behind meditation. So now I've also done one thing. I've given the benefits at depending upon the level of practice. Now this is just my understanding on this thing. It cannot be something that everybody will experience this at the same time. So minimum 40 days is what is required to establish a practice. Within the 40 days, what starts happening is we automatically our energy improves, because in the meditative state, as I said, life energy starts entering. If you have sleep issues, it improves the quality of sleep. A composure, we start moving away from negative mind chatter. It relaxes the nervous system. Stress is automatically reduced because we move to a calmer state of mind. There are less impulses that we observe because we start instead of reacting, we start responding, taking time, taking a moment, using that gap between a trigger and a response. Our productivity, which is the quality and quantity of work at hand, improves because we're able to bring in more focus to what we are doing and we are not distracted everywhere. Our confidence improves because slowly we start giving away the fears that we have. We get the courage and courage to face whatever life brings us. So this is like an immediate benefit you can expect. With a steady practice of couple of years or something, it has a deeper with benefits you can observe, which is improves your focus. It starts building your immunity, which is important for healing your body. So what happens in this stage is when our brain waves are in a delta states and a theta state, higher states, automatically the immunity responsible hormones or chemicals start releasing, which is only possible in those states. That's why if you observe sometime when we sleep, when we get up fresh in the morning, there is get a new strength, like a new power that you get. With prolonged practice, this is what you're going to get, and from your meditation practice. Immunity is going to be improved because whatever energy which was going into dealing with a lot of other issues will start going into healing the body first. There'll be increased level of empathy, compassion, contentment in our everyday life. Addictions or anything on which we do overeating, oversleeping, any addictions to substance, to alcohol, to nicotine, all this will start automatically reducing, and eventually people have come out of addictions. It reduces the reduces the effects of aging, and any chronic situation with prolonged practice. It helps dealing with depression, anxiety disorders, cardiovascular health, chronic pains, ADHD, etc. Now, once we really establish ourselves in the practice, like we have done couple of years, now this is again, I'm just telling you, these are indicative numbers. Some people can experience these things in the very first month of meditation they're doing, or maybe a very first session that they do under a pyramid or something. But this is like, the idea is that there is a process, there is a time, there's a practice, there's a steadiness to whatever we do. So with the advanced practice, what happens is we get to understand our life purpose through inner knowing, through experiences, through understanding the synchronicities in our life. We understand our life purpose. Our personality changes. We become less reactive to external triggers. We start connecting to our inner creativity, which brings joy largely in it. So once we tap into the inner creativity, which all of us have in some form or the other, this is the activity that brings joy to us. Intuition, we connect to our inner instinct because everything else, we are silencing the noise around us. We can get to know our past lives and things because we are able to reach the hypnotic states automatically in meditation or through some practices where we can get access to the subconscious. We connect to the other realms because we have reached the altered state of consciousness. This is where we are able to connect to higher realms or higher frequencies, which in our normal day-to-day life, we are not able to. And in the flow state, we can connect to the non-local mind, the universal mind. So these are like what you can expect with a steady practice. And this is a science behind all of this. So let's understand some of the myths before we get into more about them. So people say meditation is difficult. Meditation requires a calm, quiet mind to begin with. This is not true. Meditation is extremely easy. The steps I said is extremely easy. Anybody can practice it. Meditation is not effective. You don't see tangible benefits. This is again another myth. If you have a steady practice, if you put in the right effort, there are benefits, and which we see over the time. Meditation takes years to show the results or any. So this is also not true. This is depends on how strong or how steady is your practice. As soon as I said, some people experience within a month, some people experience within a year. So it's completely dependent upon your practice and your prior evolution. Meditation is a religious practice. No, it is not. It is a universal practice. It is not tied to any specific religion or ritual or any kind of dogmas. Meditation is for people who have a lot of free time. This is also very some myth. Meditation is actually more for people who have no time, who are too busy. So when you meditate, you start getting free time because you become more efficient in what you do. Meditation is only for evolved people or yogis. This is not true. Meditation is for common people, it's for everybody. And then some people feel that meditation is not necessary if they're following any other form of spiritual practice or any kind of prayers or rituals. So meditation is not important, is not necessary in those states. That is also not true. It's something which is not, you have to do it irrespective of the other practices. And people feel if your mind is wandering constantly, the meditation is not working. This is also a myth because even with the most established meditators, at some point or the other, mind wanders, So it's not about mind wandering, it's about being with the practice and just observing whatever is your body telling you or your mind telling you. Then a very common myth is meditation is not happening if you're not having any kind of mystical experience. This is also not true. Meditation is happening whether or not you are having a mystical experience. Then it is said that people who do meditation is basically an escapism, you're trying to avoid problems, it's a self-indulgence. No, it's not true. When you do meditation, you become aware, you become conscious. By becoming aware, by becoming conscious, you not only help yourself, but also help people around you. So these are some of the myths I thought I must talk about. There are many more, but let's stop it with this. And then I also want to touch upon some of the meditation experience that we may observe as we establish in this practice. So all the meditation experiences, let me tell you, are valid. There is nothing, there is no judgment in that. There is no kind of superiority or any kind of ego that needs to be developed with having a meditation experiences. So very common experiences, you start feeling lightness in your physical body, like feeling of non-existence, body floating. The idea of me listing down the experiences is because if you feel any of those experiences, just see to it that this is a part of meditation. There's nothing like extraordinary happening or there's something which should not happen. So these are like, as your mind gets into different states, you will feel something or the other. Feeling of tightness, especially hand claps or other parts of the body. You start suddenly feeling some kind of tightness. You may see colors, different colors. You may have visions. You may have some vivid dreams. Some people smell some fragrances, which the parts are not available anywhere. The sources you cannot be found, but still they smell fragrances. People hear sounds like anahat, buzzing, water sounds, musical instruments. There's a feeling of sometimes people feel mild pain or some kind of little bit or a strong aches in the body parts, especially lower back. You feel excessive sweat sometimes. People feel heat, cold shivers develop. So this is the temperature variations that you may feel. There could be a whirling sensations within the body. Some kind of involuntary body movements can happen, like a shaking, swaying, mudras. So this is basically when the energy is working within you, the different parts of the body is extrasensory perceptions like outer body experience, astral travel, third eye, hesitation, all that can also happen. So there is nothing to worry. These are normal meditational experiences. One may get into trance, sleep, or altered state of consciousness, accept whatever comes. And very, very important is, even no special experience is also a valid experience. There are many people who are established meditators have none of these experiences, but that doesn't mean that meditation is not happening. So with this, I'll just give you a little introduction to what is the practice of meditation that we recommend. It's called Anapanasati meditation. So what is Anapanasati meditation? It's a process of observing the breath, emptying our mind from thoughts. This practice has been given by Gautama Buddha 2,500 years ago. And Anapana means, it's a Pali language term. So Ana means incoming breath. Breathing in is Ana. Apana is breathing out, outgoing breath. Sati means being together, being mindful of the process of breathing in and breathing out, or being with that breath. So this is a practice that can be done anytime, any place, anytime, any place. You can do it individually, you can do with group, because you are not dependent on anything. You can do it inside, or you can do it open in the nature. It can be done anytime. So breath is a very subtle, seemingly insignificant phenomena. Conscious breathing stops your mind. So what happens is, mind and breathing is related. If you observe your breathing patterns, if you have a lot of breathing ups and down, like a heavy breathing, you'll automatically see your mind is also wandering everywhere. And when you are relaxed in your breathing, your mind also stops. So they are interconnected. When we focus on a breath, or when you observe the breath, we are absolutely present in the moment, because we are breathing in the moment. So this is a practice which takes you away from past or future and brings you to presence. You are not in a trance or sleeping state. You are fully awake and alert. The cosmic energy starts entering into a body and finds the work wherever the body energy is blocked. So it goes into those parts wherever there's a energy blockages. How much are we supposed to meditate? Minimum minutes that we have to meditate is as per our age. If you are 40 years, we should at least meditate for 40 minutes. If you're 50, then 50 minutes. If you're 30, 30 minutes. This is a minimum that you must do for the time. People who are bedridden should meditate for a longer time to come out of their illness, to build the immunity for 4 to 6 hours minimum. Critical illness patients should at least do for 10 to 12 hours per day. So this is what Anapanasati is, and this is how we. So conclude, meditation is for everybody, for each of us. Anapanasati meditation is a breath observation, easiest and a recommended practice. Meditation is not a necessity, not a luxury. It's for everybody, every day. Meditation is a practice to connect to oneself. Meditation is just being and not doing. This is steady, regular practice is the key to meditation. Minimum amount of meditation should be as per the age. 40 years, as I said, 40 minutes. Meditation results in abundance, cosmic energy into us. Meditation is a gateway to universal consciousness, to the cosmic wisdom. Meditation experience are subjective. There is no way a single this thing which will say, okay, if you have done this, it is something you are progressing. It's very, very subjective. All meditation experiences are valid and should be shared with others. And most important is, have no meditation expectations during meditation. Don't expect anything. All we can do is we can sit into the meditation and meditation happens. We cannot make it happen, it happens. From our side, we can do everything which is required, but it will happen without any worry. So with this, thank you all. Thank you so much. With a note that this being a full moon time, I would request all of you to use this time. 3 days of full moon time is the best time, where we have 3 times more cosmic energy coming in. And with this, over to Sneha. Sneha, please take us through the meditation now. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your time. Really appreciate.
Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am, on sharing all the details about meditation. So, masters, we now take this opportunity and experience meditation for ourselves. Our Just to inform you, our daily schedule will be for 1.5 hours. Since today being the introduction day, we are going to have this would become a 2 hour session, but you'll be enjoying it with the upcoming meditation. You'll be relaxing yourself with the upcoming meditation. And this meditation is going to help imbibe all the wisdom that we just gained through Jyoti ma'am. So if there is any question related to what has been shared so far, we would request you to bring it up post our meditation. So I would now request all you masters to prepare yourselves and experience Anapanasati meditation. Those who are joining for the very first time and getting into meditation for the very first time, please be with us, listen to the guidance that is being given, and accordingly, you'll be able to experience what meditation is. There would be a soft music that will be playing in the background. Do not get distracted with the music. Do not get into the flow of the music. Music will just be an aid to help you relax yourself and slowly and gradually get into that meditative state. So I would request you all to prepare yourselves, remove your spectacles, those who are wearing. As we already learned, Anapanasati, the simplest form of breath meditation, wherein Ana is your in breath, Apana is your out breath, and Sati becomes mindfulness, that is becoming one with your breath. Please take a comfortable posture. Sitting with your back straight, your legs crossed at your ankles. You may sit on the floor or on a chair. If you are sitting on the floor, then you can acquire the lotus posture, completely crossing your legs. Keep your back straight, all the while having a natural curve to your spine. If required, you may give your back a support with the help of a cushion or a pillow. Just do not support your head, else you may drift into sleep state. Clasp your palms, fingers into fingers, and gently rest your clasped palms on your lap. Slowly and gradually relax every part of your physical form. As you relax more and more, you'll find your eyes gently closing onto themselves. In this relaxed state of yours, it is now time to bring your complete awareness onto your breathing. Begin to focus on your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, and connect with your breath. If you find yourself getting caught in your thoughts, just bring your awareness back to your breathing. As you connect with your breath, your mind becomes rather empty and calm. Just be with your breath. Your complete focus and awareness on the entirety of your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. With every breath, feel the inner stillness and the relaxation. Just be with your breath. Fully aware of the energies that are flowing in fully aware of the peace that your breath is bringing in. And now, my dear friends and masters, it is time for us to prepare ourselves and return to our physical consciousness. Slowly and gradually, bringing your awareness back to your physical form. Having a deep sense of gratitude towards your breath. Gratitude for the peace and the stillness that you have observed today. Gratitude for the universal cosmic energy that you felt today and connected with. Gratitude to this simplest form of meditation. Slowly and gradually prepare yourselves to return. Move your fingers, wiggle your toes. Unclasp your palms. Rub your palms together and gently place them over your eyes. Slowly open your eyes inside your palms on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You may now release your palms. Welcome back, Masters. And thank you for sharing your wonderful energies with us. We now open the platform for questions and experience sharing if you have any. You may use the chat box for putting up your questions. You may raise your hands.
Thank you, Sneha ma'am, for the wonderful meditation. It was so nice to hear your voice again. And
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you for the blissful meditation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, Jyoti ma'am, we have a question from Veera ma'am that ma'am almost fell asleep. Is that normal?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we are able to hear you.
Yeah, it's normal to fall asleep initially because see, our body will tell us what it requires. If it is a sleep it requires first, then it's okay to sleep. Eventually, with a practice, our sleep requirements will not be so much. We will be alert during the practice. So, but we should follow whatever our body tells us. So it's normal. Thank you. I hope that answers.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Hope Veera ma'am, you got your answer. Yes, Ashish, sir, you may please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So sorry, my camera is right now giving some problems. So, my couple of things I wanted to just ask. Uh, like this is the first time I sat for such a long time, and see, couple on the upper back left hand side, I was feeling some, vibrational kind of a thing, and I was getting itching on various, like, on my feet or in my ear, etc. So I was actually doing that. So because I was not able to maintain and sit, in a still positions. So I kept doing that, and I sometimes, few times, I also had very long yawns, like very long yawns. So these are the kind of things I experienced.
Yes, so all these are normal things. Don't judge, just do whatever your body is telling you. Just be with it and come back to the breath. Whenever you feel yourself distracted by any pain or something, try not to give energy or thought to that. And as soon as possible, you come back to your breath. So all these things are normal initially when we sit, when the cosmic energy starts entering into us. All the blockages and all which are there is going to be released as a form of a pain, because when it is trying, the energy is trying to go through your subtle energy channels, it is going to be finding some pain. And this is where you feel those pains, and you answer in answers your question.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
And
Towards
I'm
the
glad
end,
that you could sit for long.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes, Ashish. Thank you.
Namaste, madam.
Yes.
Namaste, madam.
Yes, Murli sir.
Yeah. During your explanation and about this PowerPoint demonstration, you have told nicely. And can we get the entire thing as PDF form, something like that? And it is quite narrative and topic by topic, and it is being explained. And in that, I want to know. You should not during meditation you should not have any expectation. What does it mean? Kindly amplify that.
Yes. So when for the first question, whether you'll get the deck, yes. If you've registered yourself, you will have the access to the links. Second is when I say expectation is like a lot of people have a lot of expectations from the meditation. Basically, what it means is they want to have some mystical experiences. They want to feel something happening, or they want like to reach some altered state. So anything is whatever you desire from this meditation, it should not be there. The desire should not be there. We should just surrender when we sit and let meditation happen by itself.
There should not be any target, something like that. And for
Sorry,
meditation,
there should not be any.
any should not be any
So idea
target,
is
something like
don't
that.
expect.
Don't expect. Okay. Thanks, madam.
Yeah, so thoughts will come. Yeah, thoughts will come and go, but We should not think that, oh, I should feel this, I should feel that, this is what's supposed to happen, I want this to happen. So don't have those things. Just surrender to the process. And even if nothing happens, just surrender and be steady with your practice.
Even if the outside disturbances, something like that, any outsiders, and if I am sitting very nearby a railway station, something like that, if my house is nearby and any sounds being created by the train, something like that, I should be kept aloof, something like that. I should not mind it. I do it.
Yeah. So you should not, you should not pay attention to it. But the moment you will see that some loud sounds are distracting you or something, just come back and observe your breath. So automatically, eventually, it will not happen very easily, but eventually you will not stop feeling those sounds. You will complete if you want to reach. But till that, it's normal to get distracted. It's normal for people to be around.
It means that basically my concentration should always be this Anapanasati, that only breathing, inhalation, exhalation. That's only that will lead to some sort of tranquility, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Don't even think it will lead to anything. Just you have to do your work of just sitting in meditation. That is all you can do. What it will lead to is not something that we should tie it to.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you, Murli sir.
Thank you, Murli sir, for your question. Chandra sir, yes, please. So please unmute.
Just wanted to add, Murliji, it's very important what Jyoti ma'am was saying. You are just going to observe the breath, come what may. See, actually what happens is in a day, we get over 70,000 thoughts in a day, right? And the purpose of the meditation is to help you keep those thoughts as much as possible under control, right? Or near zero. So, I mean, even if the thoughts come, don't get distracted. Even if sounds come, don't get distracted. If you get distracted, come back to observing your breath. Ultimately, that is what is required. Because when you're observing something, you will not be able to think of something else, even if it were disturbances. I just wanted to add to that here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chandra sir. Masters, if you have any other questions, please feel free.
Hello, Snehaji. Namaste. Beautiful to hear your voice again. Namaste to all the masters here. It was very beautiful journey today. Jyoti ma'am, wonderfully done the job. And Snehaji, your sweet voice, beautifully echoing again back into our ears. Thank you for taking us through this journey. Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Very informative and beautifully done. Thank you.
Thank you, Nana ma'am. Thank you so much for your feedback.
Thank you so much, Nana ma'am. So, Master, with this we conclude.
I see a question in the chat box. Someone saying that keep on think what to tomorrow, day after tomorrow, this only coming up in my mind. I think someone was telling that SS has posted something. Okay.
Okay, Master, they have not named their properly. So they kept on thinking about what to think today, day after, or such thoughts were coming up to their mind while meditating. So as Jyoti ma'am also said, whenever you are getting drifted into the thoughts, try to focus back onto your breathing. Bring your awareness back to your breathing. So those thoughts will be cut off. And again, you can get into meditation. Jyoti ma'am, would you like to add anything?
Yes. So one point I'd like to add is, see, we do meditation for, say, for example, maximum an hour right now. But we have 23 hours that we are just going in a day-to-day life. What we also eventually want to establish is in the mindfulness of all the thoughts that comes even in the time when we are not meditating. So this can only happen when we get enough energy within us that we become mindful of what happens and what kind of thoughts we are thinking. And then once we become aware and we are able to intercept that process of thinking is when we should start applying differentiated thinking. Say, for example, if we have thoughts of yesterday or past or future, then we have to try and bring ourselves to the present moment. If you are having negative thoughts, you have to make it to a neutral thought, to a positive thought, to a miraculous thought. So this is a process. But the first step for us is to gain enough energy, life energy through meditation, that we become mindful of the other 23 hours of the days, so that we are able to choose the thoughts we want to keep. That is the state we want to reach. And it's a journey. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Swarna ma'am, you may please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Jyoti ma'am. It's wonderful wisdom sharing. I love this session, and thank you, Sneha ma'am, for taking us to your journey. I went into deep, became a star, roaming around. So it was a great experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ashok sir, would you like to say something? Okay, we do have few more questions. Just a minute, Jyoti ma'am. The first question is, the image in the PPT and the reference was to the brain, a physical organ. What then is the mind?
Okay. So brain, as you rightly said, is a physical organ. Mind is a construct. So mind is a complete construct of thoughts. It's a collection of thoughts. It's a collection of emotions. We will be covering these aspects eventually in the coming weeks, where we're going to talk about more about mind. As a physical body, we see ourselves as a physical body, but there are other bodies also which is in and around us, which is basically your mental body, in detail. You're right, brain is a physical organ and mind is, which is a construct, or you can say brain is a hardware, mind is a software. And there is a second question: what is the significance of removing the spectacles during the meditation? What about the other ornaments? See, spectacles you don't require, because now you are not, spectacles are required only to see something externally, right? When we are in the meditation, we are not trying to see anything. We are just going inside. So it's more of just take it out so that there are no stresses on your body. Chain and all is fine because you are used to it on day-to-day level. Other ornaments are fine. But as much as possible, like sit with a loose clothing if possible. Anything that is constructing you, anything that is restricting you should not be used during meditation. So Sriram, does that answer your question?
Yes, masters. Any other question if you have? So as we come towards the conclusion of day one, Ashok sir, would you like to share anything?
Just to add to the masters, I hope everybody has received the communication and you all has been registered. And if not registered, please make sure that you register. And so that way our content and the material and the video recordings and everything is going to be placed in a place where you are going to be given access. So that way we are not going to post any content in the WhatsApp groups. So you are going to receive a link, and that link is going to take you to the Google Drive. So make sure that if you have not registered, please register. So that way, actually, you are going to get the access. So we'll post the same communication to request you all to register. So that's all. I just wanted to let you guys know, and pack your bag, and for you to be sitting for the 2 hours and going through that first meditation class, and whoever has been the first meditators. And thank you all for joining and going through the experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashok sir. Thank you, masters, for joining us today. Keep updated yourself by registering so that you get all the timely posts and informations available in the WhatsApp group. And we meet each other again tomorrow morning, same time, and over the same Zoom link for our day two wisdom session. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, madam, and everybody.
Thank you all.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I want to say thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. say thank you now, just thank you now, thank you now, thank you now, thank you now, thank you now. Each and every day I'm gonna say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, masters. Meet again tomorrow.
Thank you, all masters. Yep.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you, Ashok. Thank you, all friends. We'll meet tomorrow. Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Permission, sir, and thank you, Jyoti ma'am, and thank you, Ravali, and
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Thanks for organizing
Yep.
such beautiful. Thank you. Bye.
Well done,
Thank
Jyoti.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good day. See you all tomorrow at the same time to meet the wonderful session again. Thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you, Sneha.
Thank you.